Hello. Good morning. Hi, everyone. It's Rita. And Benji is saying hello this morning. Good morning, Benji. Okay, go lie down, buddy. So, yay. I don't know what that means, Loretta. What does that mean, Loretta? Good morning to everyone. I have no idea. She put all these symbols on there. Oh my goodness, you guys. You've been so kind, and now you're acting like crazy. Stop. If I speak to them in a low voice, they sometimes stop. Hey, coño, ven. I don't have a very low voice. All right, everybody, good morning. I'm just going to keep going because they'll just ignore me after a while. So, it's been already 3 days. This is our 4th day of the Joy Week. Isn't that exciting? And to be really frank with you, I could probably do 2 weeks of joy stuff. And because there's all bunches of little things that you can do that you might not know right out of the box. So, what I decided to do was that I was going to, after we do this week of joy, okay, you need to stop that. Okay, they did start barking, but now they're starting to munch on things. So what I was thinking was we'd go back to our Joyful Fridays because there's so many things that we're going to do. Now, the last day, today we're going to do smart labels, but the last day we're going to be doing mugs on the mug press and also on the Joy. I'm going to show you a technique that I created. In fact, I did create this and I was sort of called on it back when I was working at Cricut or working with Cricut. You're not supposed to combine the pens with infusible ink, but I said, why not? And I did it and everybody loved it. And so I'm going to show it to you. Okay. And so today we're going to talk about smart label, smart paper, smart writable vinyl. There's a whole bunch of names for this stuff, and I'm just going to show you some that I have. So these are brand new colors right here, the brand new one, and it's labeled as Smart Label Writable Vinyl Permanent, and I believe I have all of the colors. I might not. This is a transparent. It doesn't really say transparent here, but you can see it on the back, transparent. This one is a holographic in silver, my favorite. And then there's this silver. And again, remember this says Smart Label. And then we have gold. So when these came, I was like, that's really awesome. We can make some really cool things. And we did. But then I said, what about all this other stuff? This is smart paper. This is writable paper in craft. And there's also black and these colored and there's bright colors and everything. And I came to the conclusion after having tested all of these that they all work basically the same. It's just a matter of what the end result in terms of what it's being worked on. So here is something I did before the show. Let me just grab it. So these are transparent stickers. You can't really see. They might look white to you because they have a white backing. And these stickers have, you can maybe see here, they have those little rut lines for the rollers to go on. But that's not going to matter. I'm just going to show you this one. There's a nice transparent sticker that I did with a little book, and I really love it. So I'm going to take it, I'm going to put it on my iPad like that. And I did a whole sheet of them. Look at the Eiffel Tower, aliens, a cat on a cupcake, a pumpkin, another one of my favorites. And look at how easy these peel. And even if you have an intricate cut like this one at the stem, they peel easily and they are transparent. So that's kind of cool. And that's from the newest thing called Smart Label. So the Smart Labels are actually vinyl, right? So it says writable vinyl. And some of them are removable, some of them are permanent. The removable is a transparent one. So there you go. And let's see, what else? But this smart paper, I also decided, hey, what if, because it's basically 5.5 inches wide. And as you guys know, I have a lot. I have the bigger machines as well. So I bought a lot of this smart paper sticker cardstock, which appears to be the exact same thing. So I figured I would test it because, hey, you know, this is crafting. We try anything. And indeed, this is basically the same thing as the 12 by 12. So let's open this up so you can see what I mean. The only difference being the size. So these are cut at 5.5 inches. They don't have the little ruts on the side, but they still will go in the machine. So if you are a frugal person, which I am, you could also get out your smart paper sticker cardstock, which is 12 by 12, comes 10 in a pack, and you can cut these up to 5.5 inches each. Okay, so 5.5 inches is the width that you're going to want to need for, or that you're going to need for your Cricut Joy. So if you're looking to save a little money, this is what you do. You would get out your little scoring board. Did you just steal something out from under me? You get out your little Cricut scoring board here, like this. And then we're gonna just slide it underneath like this. You see? And I have a bunch of stuff on my desk. You won't, but here we're gonna just hit the 5.5 mark and cut it. And you can get 2 strips and they'll be exactly the same size as these ones. And they'll work the same way. These are made out of paper. So let's just kind of look at all the different kinds of paper that we have here. So we have color paper, white paper, and these are paper, which means you will be able to rip them like this, but not with the backing on. So let me just take this off so you can see what I mean. Come on. Come on. This is what I need. Just need to get this off of the backing. There it is. So you see how it rips? It rips because it's paper. But today I wanted to talk about the newer product, which is made out of vinyl, making it a little difficult, or a little more difficult to rip. Okay? I also want to point out that when the Joy first came out, this was 3 years ago, they did come out with these packs called deluxe paper. They're adhesive backed and they're very pretty. They're smaller. You do need to put them on a mat, but I found that the adhesive is a little lacking. So if you are going to use this for a project to layer or something like that, then you do need to be careful, maybe even put a little extra adhesive under that. And you'll notice, see, the deluxe paper is an inch less wide, an inch thinner, an inch, I don't know, you guys tell me, but in the package you can see there's a difference. So if you happen upon in your travels, you know, this deluxe paper, you might say, oh, this is like smart paper. It's not. It does need to go on a mat because it's 4.5 inches and the machine needs 5.5 inches. So that's what that's all about. So let's have a look at these. These are the smart labels. I showed you all of them already. This is paper. And these are perfect for sticker making, for whatever. I was thinking, you know, at Christmas, when we make our Christmas cards or our Hanukkah cards or the New Year's cards, oftentimes we'll make our own envelope. Although, you know, I don't generally make my own envelopes. I usually buy them. But you want to like seal it up and make it look good. So I came up with a number of a different cut and draw images that I found in Design Space, and we're going to test them out. Also, think about if you are a small business, so Gail, I know Gail is like a little small business. If you wanted to ship something to someone and you wanted to just sort of say thank you, there are a number of images. Let's go here, my stuff, and you can see I have this one, which is all handmade decals for smart paper. So you can have a look. Now, in my opinion, it's a good idea to have your decals be about 2 inches wide, maybe 2 1/4. And the reason behind that, the reason behind it is your width, even though it's 5 1/2, you're really only going to be going to like 4 1/2 or 4 1/4. So by making them small enough, you see like here, on the screen, they look really, really small, but when they actually come out, they're a good size. So a 2 inch, approximately 2 inch width will allow you to put more than one on the sheet. If you do that and they're bigger, so these ones are 4 inches. This one is 1.97. This one is 1.9, right? 2, 2 1/2. And if you hit make it, why is it saying it's incompatible? Let's check on the layers. If you get the message of incompatible, check your layers and you see these exclamation points. These pens that I used that were used when we found these are the wrong pens. So we need to go in and change them. So I'm going to this layer and I'm going to that particular layer, and then I am going to close the layer. Why is this not happening? And I'm going to edit. And here, down here where it says operation, not sure if you can see that, but where it says operation, we're going to click on that. We're going to choose a pen. And now let's go back to our layers and see if that resolved the issue. No, in fact, it made it worse. Okay, so let's try just using the layers. So we're going to use pen operation incompatible. All right, so let's change it. Here we go. So let's change it to a different color and then hit apply. All right, and that resolved that. Now this one here is supposed to be the cut layer, so I need to change this back to basic cut. Okay, and now you can see this is no longer has this stuff here, this exclamation in a circle, and you go ahead and you do that for every single one. Let's see, so this one we're gonna do this pan. I turned it off, but we're gonna go here. Why am I having trouble just getting the pan? This seems like a glitch to me, but okay. We're gonna edit, we're gonna go operation, oops, we're gonna change it, and then I just go from one to the other. I hit apply, and there we go. We're gonna do the same thing here. Operation is a pen. The pen, and then we're going to change it. All right, apply. So these are kind of messed up. When you get them, when you pick them up in the community, just check and see if you got this exclamation point. All right. And let's see, this one is also a pen, and we're going to, how do we do this? Oh, this is not very elegant. Okay, here we go. So this one, we go edit, pen, change, apply. Okay, so now these are all getting resolved here. And for demonstration, I'm going to actually just hide these other ones. I'll fix them later. Okay, so we've got 2 here. Now, in order to make these appear on the same sheet, they have to have the same color background. So in this case, if I were to say go and hit the make it button, we would have, oh, another project incompatible. Okay. This maybe is not the right one for us to do. I did this. Oh, here. This pen needs to change. Okay, pen to this, apply. That should have pretty things inside. This should be a cut. So this one needs to be a cut, basic cut. Oh, this got messed up. You know what? This whole thing is messed up. So I'm gonna do this as a cut, basic cut, apply. This whole thing got messed up, the original one that I was working on. All right, I'm going to save this and come back to it because I don't want to confuse you all. So let's go to a project that I know works, which is, I believe this, nope, not this one. This one, holiday envelope seals. So let's have a look at these. Replace. They're all messed up because of the pen. So we're just gonna go in here and try to fix these because boy, this is a pain in the neck. The other one I did, this one here, worked out great. So I don't know what's going on, but we will try to get to the bottom of it. Apply. And then this basic cut, we're gonna turn into the color silver. All right, so this one here, same thing. We got to go to the pen right here. All right, basic cut, same color, apply. All right, pen. Boy, I feel really badly because I'm like, oh yeah, let's go ahead and do these, and they're not coming out right. So let's do this. I'm just going to focus on one image, and we're going to go to layers, and we're going to check this, make sure that the pen is compatible by clicking on it. I don't want this, I want the pen. I go to edit, and then I choose a different color pen, apply, and now hopefully it's going to be able to handle this. All right, so let's see, we're going to make it smaller. Even though it looks small on my screen, I can make it look bigger by doing this, you see. And I'm going to make it, I don't know, what do you think about 1 3/4 inch? Let's try that. Actually, that's 1 1/4. So let's try this. Oh, right, this is perfect. However, look what I got. I get the writing and not the cutting. The cutting is separate. So we need to go back to the drawing board, and we need to make sure that these 2 parts are attached. So we're going to attach them. Now we'll hit make it, and they're together again. Isn't that good? All right, now let's say we were making 2 dozen or so Happy New Year cards that we're going to send out. We're going to choose without the mat, and then we're going to change the project copy, and let's just change it to 12. Return. All right, and then by changing it to 12, we'll see that we have all of these Happy New Year right here. That's great. So Happy New Year to me is gold. So I think we should start with this writable vinyl that is permanent gold. So, wow, this is really gold. Isn't that nice? Woo! All right, so we're gonna go ahead. I'm just moving these around because I'm a doofus, and I love to play with stuff. Okay, hit next. And then we're going to go, I hope, we're going to go to the material selection, and then we're going to use, let's use this fine point pen black, okay? And I hope this is going to work. Come on. We did all this work. Oh, yeah. Okay. If your iPad sort of lags like this and takes a while, you might want to close it down. So I'm closing it down on my iPad. I go back to my Cricut. Let's see if it saved my canvas. It did. And then I'm going to hit make it. And then I'll change the number to 12. Oops, 13. I like even numbers, so there we go. Then we close this. And now we're going to try it again. Next. See the little circle? It's waiting, it's waiting. Okay, now it's working. Then we're going to go to all materials, and we are going to look at for what this is called. Smart Label Writable Vinyl. So this is called Smart Label Writable Paper. No, that's not what we want. We want Smart Paper Writable Vinyl. We'll choose that. I also always give more pressure. And now we're gonna go and start to do this. Isn't that great? So now you can have your own little envelope seals. That's what I call them, envelope seals. Okay? And it does take a little while. And remember that the Cricut machines always function in a certain order. So the first order is the writing part. So we're going to put in this. Oh, this one is the 1.0. I don't want to do that one. I want to try the 0.4. I think it would look a little more delicate. So we're going to put that in there and close it. And then on my iPad, I'm going to hit go. And you see it's preparing it. I'm going to try to move this so I can have a little space. So while this is going, I'm going to make sure it gets going first. I'm going to show you the difference on Cricut.com of these materials, okay? So it's going, and did you know while you are in the middle of a cut, anywhere actually, on your desktop, your laptop, whatever, it can cut and you can go, you don't have to just be dedicated to that project. You can go ahead and look something up, which is what we're going to do. Here's my Safari, and I've got Cricut.com. And you'll see here, what I did was I put filters. I put Cricut Joy labels. So let's take those filters off. And when I came into the store, I did materials, right? And then I did Cricut materials, shop all materials, okay? And then what you can do is you can filter this. Why am I not being able to filter this? Let's go back. I'm going to do smart. I'm going to try smart. All right. I put smart in the search field, and I've got 211 results. Who wants to deal with that? So I'm going to hit filter, and I'm going to come down here, and I'm going to choose Cricut Joy. See, so the machine is Cricut Joy, and the product type is labels. So now I have narrowed it down to 6 different labels, and there are labels. Whoop, this stopped. Not sure why it's doing that. This is the Cricut Joy Smart Label Writable Vinyl that we're working on. There are several colors. There's white, there's black, there's what is a transparent, there's the silver, there's the gold, and then there is this sparkly holographic. So if you want to pick them up, make sure you are looking for, it's called Smart Label Writable Vinyl. Now, if you don't care that it's vinyl or paper, you can also just do Smart you can take out, for instance, this labels, and this is just going to show you all the smart materials that are for the Joy. A lot of times people, they're like, I have to scroll through 200 products. Well, you know, they do give you these little guides that help you, and if you learn to use them, it's really helpful. Okay, so let's have a look at what we're saying on there. So it's really bright, and it is kind of going slow, but I don't think it's because we're off of the app, because I do this all the time. I think it's just kind of slow in the writing. And one of the things that I've noticed is that when it does come out, it's not going to smudge because it's taking so long to do the writing. And then after the writing, we have to go ahead and put the blade back in and do the cutting. Now, how did I find all of these images? Well, very simply, I did also another search, but this time in Design Space, and I'm going to show you when this gets done. I'm going to show you how I did that. But essentially, you're going to look for images that are cut, and there's a plus sign, draw. Cut plus draw. So it has writing and a cutting feature on that image. So easy to find images this way. All right. I didn't expect it to take this long. All right. Sorry. We're gonna just see what's going on here. It is taking a long time. So, but let's come back to this. These didn't take nearly as long as this Happy New Year thing, but I really like these. And one of the things that I want to talk about, I wanted to mention with the Joy is it can't do print and cut, but it does do these, which I find fascinating. And I don't believe that transparent label stuff is available for the larger machine. So if you want to do these transparent stickers, the material is only available for the Joy, which would mean you could still use this. However, you'd have to put it on a mat because it's not wide enough to go into, without a mat, into a larger material, a larger machine. And I think what I really like about it is look at how fast it dried, and it's just really cute and just perfect little sticker to put on your planner or on your notebook or whatever. And you won't even miss the fact that you can't do print and cut. There are ways around this print and cut issue. I haven't yet figured them all out, but I know there's some people that have. Jamie's saying she was having all sorts of issues on DS and the iPad the other day. I found there was an update. So after this is done, we're going to have to go look for our updates so that way you know how to do that. That's great information. Thank you, Jamie. Isn't she so amazing? All right. Now, as we're sitting here waiting for this to finish, I wanted to just talk a little bit about the Cricut mug press. So a lot of people like to make mugs for the holidays or for a teacher or something like that. And Cricut introduced the mug press. I'm trying to think if it's 2 years ago. I think it was 2 years ago. No, I think it was 3 years ago. And the mug press only uses something called infusible ink. So tomorrow we're going to do the mug press with the Joy. And we're going to use infusible ink, and we're going to write on it with our infusible ink pens. So if you have all of those and you want to follow along tomorrow, you will need infusible ink pens. That's what these are. You'll need a Cricut mug press and a Cricut mug. Then you also need some infusible ink and a machine on which to cut it. I find because of the shape and size of a mug, the Joy is perfect for that. And so we'll do that for tomorrow. And what else do we got? Oh, did you know that the Cricut Joy pens, not the infusible ink pens, but they come in all different styles now. When this first came out, it had very limited styles, or colors, I should say. And now they've added opaques, they've added glitter, and they've added these markers, which are 1.0. I actually like the markers the best. But there you go. And you can also buy, where did I put it? You can also buy this, which is a Cricut Joy pen set, and it has all these different colors in it. So, so keep your eyes on the lookout for these extra accessories that Cricut keeps adding for all of us to keep buying, right? All right, so there's that. Let's tell you a story about what's going on as we wait for this to be done. Well, I think I told you the other day that we're having a huge party for my sister who is turning 60. And she's on there. She's like, you got to know this about my sister. She has to be in charge of everything. And this frustrates other people to no end. But for me, I don't know if it's because I'm the middle sister, but I just like let her go. I just kind of wind her up and let her go. And then to keep her going, I just praise her a lot. It's done with the writing. Okay. So now you see here, it's done with the writing, and we're going to take out the pen. And we're going to put in our blade with the housing. And then we're going to hit go, which is all the way down here. I think we definitely need to get that update. So, so she was talking about decorations, and you guys know I love to make decorations. So next week, except for Friday, which is our Joy Friday, and although we could probably make decorations on the Joy, of course we can. So all of next week, since my sister's birthday is on the 3rd, I am going to do party-themed, adult party-themed decorations, because she wants it all. She wants the tiara and the sash, which I did have to buy, but I could probably have made the sash, but and she wants the things dangling from the ceiling, and she wants a big banner that says 60 and fabulous. I don't know what she's going to do with it afterwards. So next week we're going to work on her decorations for her big party. We're going to actually, we purchased a propane burner that we're going to put our heavy duty pots on, boil the water, and then we'll boil the lobsters. And then we'll also have corn on the cob and all kinds of New England things, like we might have cornbread, because I love that, and baked potato, jacket potatoes, which is what we call them here, jacket potatoes. That's when the outside is still on it, and so you can sort of make your own jacket potato. And I've actually seen people take forever to basically they open up the jacket, they open up the potato, cut it like this, and they scoop out all the inside, put it in a bowl, and then they add their whatever, butter, sour cream, bacon, or like chives, or whatever else you would put in there. They scoop it out, they put it back into the potato. I think my mother used to do that for us when we were kids. Like, we couldn't figure out that you could do this, but you can also mash it inside. I don't know. What do you guys think? Is 60 a diamond year? I thought 50 was the diamond year. So she says she wants them all in rose gold. So I'm going to have to go out and find rose gold materials that she wants. Hey, guess what? It's done. Woo! Finally. All right. Twice baked potatoes. No, these were, you didn't bake them the second time. All you did was take them out of their skins, and then you would mix it all up and then put it back in the skins, but you wouldn't have to reheat it. It would all be like all mushy anyway. Look at how cute these came out. And I'm going to do something that's cardinal sin, but I'm going to put my finger over these. Look at, they're all dry. Let's have a look at how they come off of the machine. off of the background. I suppose you could take this top part. Come on. Or you couldn't. Wow, what am I doing? I'm like crazy today. Okay, so you could take this, I guess. Yeah, you could do this. If you wanted to, for instance, make some for your sister who sends out Happy New Year cards or something like that, if you wanted to send them out or get them ready so that when you're working with the littles or something, you can go ahead and it's all set up and ready to go when they help you put together your cards. Now, I'm going to keep this part because even though I wouldn't be able to put this into the machine because it's only 2 inches, it's still a good scrap, and you guys know how I feel about scraps. So there you go. And this is just so beautiful, this stuff. You don't just need to use it for labels, but I just really like the way that looks. Isn't that cool? So let me just go back, and we're going to see about that app, all right? We're going to see about that update on the app. So we're going to go now to the App Store, which I usually find here. Okay, the App Store. And we're going to look for, search for our Cricut design space. There it is. And now, where is it, Jamie? The update? I'm not sure. Maybe I have to delete it first? What do you think, Jamie? Hi, Penny. Hi, Laura. 50 is gold. 50 is gold. But she's going to be 60 gal. All right. So I'm not sure, but I think I might have to delete the app first in order to get the update. So I'm going to delete my app. Now remember, you delete your app, it doesn't mean you're deleting all your projects. It's just the app on your iPad, right? So I'm going to delete it. And now I'm going to go back to my applications. And I'm going to search for Cricut Design Space. And it's just saying download. I don't know if it's downloading the updated version. Well, there's a question for Cricut. So there you go. Hopefully it gave me the most up-to-date one, and we don't know that. So we'll have to check. We're going to do Joy on this. And I suppose it would... Got it. All right. Settings. Machine setup. No, not that. Okay, let's go back to our project here so that you can see what I was talking about, how to find images that are cut and draw, because I did have to think twice about that. So here are 2 that I did. So I'm going to look for cut and draw images. I'm going to choose images. All right, and my iPad's already set for Joy, but then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go here, and this is where you can do a lot of things. In fact, you could go here and choose image sets if you wanted to. I do that often. But look down here. It says operation type, and it says cut and draw. So let's click on that. Make sure it's, yeah, I keep clicking on it. Make sure it has that little check mark, and now we can go back and we'll look for something like Thanksgiving, and hypothetically this is going to just give me cut and draw Thanksgiving images, and it does. So see, you can do, if you wanted to make these for Thanksgiving, you can do any of those. Look at thank you as well, you're special. These are all really fun. You're great, you're fabulous, you're enough. There's thankful. And some of these actually have 2 different color pens. So here, this one has 2 different color pens. which I think is pretty cool. And so we can look for Thanksgiving images. Thankful and pie obsessed. So let's do that. And then we can add them. And they do come in fairly large, and you just would need to, let's go back, undo, and let's make this smaller. And again, we want to make them about 2 inches in width, or maybe a little bit more. So this one's 2.12. Let me get rid of these two. Let's see about these. This one's a little bit big. So you see how these have different color backgrounds? That's going to affect the way that the machine interprets our project. So if you want to do both of these and you want to do them as gold backgrounds, what you will need to do is go to your layers tab. And here we go with the layers tab. But here under the basic cut, which is this Thanksgiving pie, I'm going to choose edit, and we will choose white, apply. Okay, and to show you what happened, there it is. This has a white background, but it's not attached, so that's another thing we've got to do. Let's go ahead and get closer, make sure that this is correctly aligned. It's not letting me, there it is. Okay, there it is. Like that. Then I'll select them both, and then I will make sure under actions that I choose, oh, it's already attached. I don't know. Okay. And then the same would go for this. So listen, I know a lot of people are going, Rita, you do the iPad, mine doesn't work that great, and I don't know how to do it. But the thing is that the issue that you might be having is maybe not with your iPad, but with Design Space. So for instance, there may be an update that you need to get, or they did add a lot of these different ways to manipulate images and projects, and maybe you need to go in and have a look at all your layers and make sure that they're fixed. But that, my friends, is basically it for these writable smart vinyl labels. There's our Happy New Year ones. These are our fun for kids or wherever. You could make something like handmade with love and put it on the back of your cards. There's a lot of applications that you can do. So what do you think? Do you think you would try this? Oh, we're all talking about on the chat. We're all talking about whether 50 is gold and is 60 rose gold. I thought 50 was gold. I might be wrong. But when the Queen celebrated her 50th year on the throne, I thought it was Platinum Jubilee, but I might be, no, it's a Diamond Jubilee was her 50th, I think. Yes, and so Jamie's also saying, if you're working with your Joy and you're working on your Cricut laptop, your laptop with the Cricut Design Space, it's very different than working with the iPad app. So that's the same with everything in life. There's a mobile app, which is what you would use for your phone or for your iPad, and then a lot of people will have a website or a separate thing, so you can design either on the web, on your computer, or you can go on your app on your smartphone and do it. But not every function that is on the regular Design Space is going to be available on the mobile app, because there are two sets of software. They're not the same thing. Okay, does that make sense? You use the Handmade with Love stamp, Loretta does. Yeah. Yeah, I do know that the Android tablet, so if you have an Android tablet, it might not be compatible, but I've found older and newer iPads do work with the Cricut, any Cricut machine actually, Joy or whatever, and you can use it via Bluetooth. And what is the version on the iPad? Let's check, okay? So we'll go here. And maybe we do about. So my version is 5.39.0. I don't know what that means. Maybe Jamie knows. I don't know. And then Loretta's telling us something interesting. Let's go to Canvas again. So Loretta is saying that if we go Images, and we clear this field, which is cut and draw. She said if we go, cancel, and we choose image sets, and then we go to search for Carly with a K, Carly, phrases and sentiments. But these are not all with the pens. These are cute, and they would look really cute. They look like almost watercolor. The one I did find when I was looking just in image sets is I did label, and up popped up a lot of labels, but there was one for small businesses that I thought was really cute. And maybe I typed in sticker. Okay, I'm getting off track here, but nope, it was label. I'm getting off track here. I apologize, but I guess what I'm trying to demonstrate is that there are a lot of different ways to find these images, and it's just a matter of playing around with them. It's not that your iPad's wrong. It's just possibly that there are all these extras. And here we go, back to school labels. Look, that's cute. And there's a lot of writing ones. And then there was one for small business. So I'm going to type in business. All right, small business. Here we go, small business phrases. So these are cute, where it says right here, your support means so much. Free gift with purchase, handle with care. There was one I really liked. It said happy mail or something like that. Happy mail. And if you package up your stuff, you can use these as labels for your packages. So anyway, there's a lot to do with the Cricut Joy and with Cricut Design Space. So it's a matter of, it's not wasting time when you're looking around and you're just sort of searching, because you're learning different skills. So definitely have to take the time to play around with it. All right. I think that's going to do it. It's going to do it for me. And we're going to see you tomorrow when we work on our Cricut mug press and the Joy, and we're going to be making some really cute mugs with infusible ink and infusible ink pens. So I hope you can join me for that one. And that's it. Okay, I'm glad you think it was a great class. I feel like I was going all over the place. So I'm glad you think that, but tomorrow will be a little easier because it's pretty straightforward what we do for tomorrow. All right, everybody, take care of yourselves, and we'll see you again tomorrow. Take care. Bye-bye.